Hello everyone, welcome to Clean Coder YouTube channel. So if you are new to this channel, I'll highly recommend you to subscribe to this channel as I make content related to software engineering, system design and data structures and algorithms. So today we are going to learn a concept of software engineering called functional requirements. So you might have noticed when the requirements gathering phase starts, the first thing which any software engineer asks from business analyst or product manager is the functional requirements of the software. So it becomes really important to understand what does functional requirements mean. So we are going to see what are functional requirements in depth in this tutorial. So let me move to the first slide. So what is functional requirement? This is the topic of today's discussion. So this is the definition of functional requirements. So a functional requirement, FR, is a description of the service that the software must offer. It describes the software system or its component, which is nothing but inputs to the software system, its behavior and outputs. It can be a calculation, a data manipulation, a business process, a user interaction, or any other specific functionality which defines what function a system is likely to perform. The functional requirements in software engineering are also called functional specification. So this is a kind of brief definition of what are functional requirements. So now let's move to the next slide. So it says in software engineering and systems engineering, functional requirement can range from the high-level abstract statement of the sender's necessity to detailed mathematical functional requirement specification. So functional software requirement helps us capture the intended behavior of the system. So this is the description of what functional requirements are. So now let's move to the next slide. So these are the examples of functional requirements. So these are generally listed like these: FR1, FR2, FR3. So what does FR1? What is FR1? FR1 is user should be able to enter sales data. This is functional requirement 1. So functional requirement 2 is sales report should be generated every 24 hours. So this is the functional requirement number 2. So what is functional requirement number 3? API interface to invoice system. So this is the functional requirement number 3. So these are the examples of how functional requirements are listed. Now let's move to the next slide. So what should functional requirements include? So what all functional requirements need to include? We're going to have a look at this. So functional requirements should include details of operation conducted in every screen. So all the details of the operations performed on every screen should be covered in functional requirements. Data handling logic should be entered into the system. Okay, data handling logic should also be covered in the functional requirement. It should have description of system reports or other outputs. Cool. And complete information about the workflows performed by the system. This should be covered in the functional requirement. And it should clearly define who will be allowed to create, modify, delete the data in the system. So this should also be covered in the function requirement. How the system will fulfill applicable regulatory and compliance needs should also be captured in the functional document. This part should also be covered in the functional document itself. So the next thing which we are going to see is types of functional requirements. So these are the main types of functional requirements. So the first one is transaction handling. So the second type is business rules. Third type is certification requirements. Like there are many types of certifications, like there are QA certifications or security certifications, penetration testing related certifications. These are the certification requirements. Then there are reporting requirements. Then there are administrative functions. Then there are authorization levels, like who can access what. This is mainly meant by the authorization. Then there is audit tracking. Then there are external interfaces. Then there is historical data management. And in the end, there is legal and regulatory requirements. So these also needs to be taken care of. So the next we are going to see the examples of functional requirements. So these are the examples someone has written for their software. These are the examples of functional requirements. So let's see the first one. The software automatically validates customers against the ABC contact management system. So this is a kind of functional requirement. Second one is the sales system should allow users to record customer sales. So this is the second functional requirement. The third functional requirement they have listed is the background color of all windows in the application will be blue and have a hexadecimal RGB color value of this. So even the UI related things are listed in the functional requirements. The next one is only managerial level employees have the right to view revenue data. So this is a kind of authorization they have specified. Only the ones which have a managerial role in the organization have access to the revenue data. The second last one is the software system should be integrated with the banking API. There's a banking API, the software system should be able to integrate with that. And the last function requirement is the software system should pass section 508 accessibility requirement. So accessibility requirements are also important because we need to cater to each and every type of user, right? Some systems have really strict accessibility requirements, and they should treat all types of users equally, and all users should be able to access it. So it's also a kind of functional requirement. So this is a website I have used for referring the content related to functional requirement specification. If you want to learn more, you can refer this website yourself. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and do consider subscribing to my channel, as I'll be differentiating between functional requirements and non-functional requirements in the coming video. So thanks a lot for watching. Hey guys, do check out this Instagram channel, Clean Coder Community, for all the jokes and memes related to software engineering. Thanks a lot.